So for people that are interested in making big changes in their life, they want to lose weight, they want to quit smoking, quit drinking, how would they approach that? And why do so many people fail and start a weight loss program or try to stop quitting smoking and then they just keep falling off the wagon?
Well, if you're treating the symptoms, seldom do you get to the core issue. You know, Jen, so many times people have an aberrant behavior, if you can call it that. Smoking, drinking, excessive drug use, right? Illegal drugs, alcohol, or even food. People self-medicate. And the reason why they're doing that is because they don't feel peaceful. They feel uncomfortable. They don't like what they're feeling. There's torment inside. So what they're doing is self-medicating, whether it be from a bag of potato chips, the cigarette, the wine bottle, or the pie, the ice, the Ben and Jerry therapy. Whatever their method is, it's literally the self-medicating so that they don't have to experience the suffering. And whether it's legal or illegal, it might be a good short-term strategy, but long-term, there's consequences to that. There was a Christmas party that I went to a couple of years ago, and I don't remember if it was Jenny Craig or Weight Watchers, but there was a woman who was a manager of one of those type weight loss stores. And I struck a conversation with her, and a really interesting woman to speak with. And I said, how many of your people actually lose weight? They buy the food, they buy into the program, they do, they go there. What percentage actually lose weight? She said 100% lose weight. I said 100%. She said 100% of people, they eat our meals, they do what we tell them to do, everybody loses weight. And I was like, okay, cool. So then a part of me said, okay, they're motivated, right? But motivation tends to fade, and enthusiasm tends to fade after a few weeks, so especially if the person's consciousness hasn't changed. Their wound hasn't changed. So I asked her, what percentage of people kept the weight off after 12 months? And she hesitated and she said, about 2 to 3%.
Wow.
Keep the weight off after 12. So within 12 months of signing up and starting the program, they all lose weight within 12 months, 2 to 3%. That's what she had shared with me. So I don't know what Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig's, whatever those type places are, what their stats are, but that's what she shared with me. She was the manager of one of the stores, so I assume that's we can learn a lot from that. So what it means is the person wanted to lose weight, the person, a different example, wanted to stop smoking, the person wanted to stop drinking, the person wanted to start exercising, but they didn't change their consciousness. If you're not changing your consciousness, you're not changing your life. Period.
How do you change your consciousness?
Because you get what you see, so you need to change the way you see it so that you see something different and you get something different. The best way that I've seen to change your consciousness, I mean, not just the lip service for it, but literally it will change your life 100% of the time for everybody that does it, is the consciousness exercises. That's what they do, and that's really what makes network care, in my opinion, so effective. Because network care is great for developing more peace in someone's body. Mm-hmm. It's good at getting breath through their body. It's good to help people unwind from these patterns. It's good at reading the body. The consciousness exercises is something that a person can do on their own after they've learned how to do it, right? And literally from doing it every day as the months roll on, it was amazing for me to see how my behavior changed. Because just like a lot of people maybe even watching this, I had behaviors that were messed up. And I'm like, dang it, why do I keep doing that? I know it's not good for me. I know every time that my wife is testing me, it's my opportunity to show up and show I have my act together. But sometimes I acted like I didn't have my act together, and then she doesn't trust me, and then, all the benefits that come with that problem. I'm like, dang it, why do I keep doing that? So I actually started doing my own work and doing the stage 2 so that I wasn't triggered, or triggered less and less and less. And as the months rolled on, you can't rattle that cage with a stick, man. So I can tell you firsthand that doing the consciousness exercises literally change how I show up.
So you're just checking into your body.
And that's the great part of it, Jen, is it's not a mind thing. You're not mind tricking yourself. It's not a game. You're literally changing your subconscious patterns so you see things different and you give it a different meaning. And if I were to put consciousness in, because some people say, oh, consciousness is like a foo-foo thing. Consciousness really means, what is it you see and the meaning you give it? That's it. And if you can change your subconscious you're literally changing the meaning you give it. Now, instead of when my wife is testing me, or I should say before when my wife would test me, I would make that mean she doesn't appreciate me. She doesn't appreciate all the stuff that I do. She doesn't appreciate the fact that I go to work. She doesn't appreciate the fact that I bring home the bacon, all the work that I do, all the stuff that I do, what a provider I am, how nice I was to her. I just took her out yesterday, and then now she's already busting my chops, right? So I made it mean that when she was testing me, it was disrespectful. She doesn't appreciate me. She doesn't appreciate anything. She does, yeah, no wonder I reacted, right? But after doing the consciousness exercises, now when she tests me, I make that mean an opportunity for me to show her I got it. I'm unperturbable. I've got game. That's it. Bring it. Give me your best shot. So now when she tests me, I think to myself, that's it.
So you're just looking at it completely differently.
And it's unintentional. The unintentional capacity to see something different and give it a different meaning is a consciousness shift. And if you're doing whatever, reading whatever book, doing whatever program, doing whatever it is, and you're not having a consciousness shift, you haven't changed shit.
Wow, that's really interesting. I never looked at it that way. I was always thinking, because we're always taught it's, dopamine or serotonin or whatever hits, or I don't know. I'm not really that up on it.
Sure, as you change your physiology, all your hormones completely change. Your neurotransmitters change, your testosterone changes. As you change your breathing, your head over your shoulders. I mean, they're measuring
Whole
massive.
nervous system.
So it's kind of the theme in the past was, we'll change all these hormones, take the testosterone, then you'll be more of a man. No, man, change your physiology. That's what needs to change. And it's amazing. People show up different. Their mood is different. How they respond is different. How they react is different. It's for me, it was significant turnaround in my relationship when I started doing my own consciousness exercises. Yeah. And in my opinion, if the Jenny Craig type places, the Weight Watcher type places, were to integrate consciousness exercises, I personally believe their success over 6 months, 12 months, a year and a half would explode, because the person inside was making the changes. Because from my understanding, they're really good at giving them the support they need external. But unless that person has that consciousness shift, really how sustainable is it? Yeah. And from their own stats, 2 to 3% is not that impressive. As compared to what could be if they were to integrate some sort of conscious exercises. I would love to see that study.
That's cool. It's
being done.
It's just like digging deeper and looking at the bigger picture and like why you behave the way you behave.
Sure.
Instead of treating the symptoms, you're treating the disease itself.
Exactly. Get to the core issue, and the core issue is a consciousness shift is what needs to happen. And the conscious exercises that Corey has on his website, that stuff works. Now, obviously, the videos that Corey has is an overview. It's not meant to teach you the nuances of all aspects of it. It's to give you an overview of it. And then if you have an interest in doing a workshop, a one-on-one or a group workshop that we offer in our office, then contact us.